Here it is. What do you know?
Well,
You asked the boss.
Mission.
Wait,
15,
Counting?
14, 13,
All systems are go.
11.
let's try this one more time.
I am the J Tyler. Got to have time to masturbate.
Well, I think it kind of speaks for itself. He just goes completely anti-science. I money for naughty favors.
You're a cunt now. You've always been a cunt.
I guess he's not being charged for hollering at them about masturbation and threats.
The only thing that's going to change is you're going to become an even bigger cunt.
When I have ideas, I just write them down.
That Terminator is out there. Can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead.
Looking at you, Mitch. No one in particular, just a random Mitch. That's all. Don't worry about that.
And that was Jay Tyler's thumb.
Hey, you guys. Welcome back to welcome to Nothing Out Live. I am the Jay Tyler.
I am your Ms. Parker.
And I fucked the whole thing up, which was hilarious. I felt great about it. I enjoyed it. I also so today we're going to talk about glass houses.
No reference to the Billy Joel album, which is a story in and of itself.
And we're going to talk about the G Unit and going on the Oregon Trail. We're going to talk about that. But first, we're going to talk about Cuomo, right? But 5-hour adventures, man. You ever had one?
Oh, yeah. Longer than 5 hours.
I know. It's going to be fun. I have an interesting story to tell.
How about try 12 hours?
But we're going to dive right into this. I mean, this is a battle royale, right? They're calling out, okay, it's look, man, you want to be a rapey fuck, you're a rapey fuck. But we're going to call out all your rapey fucks. That's what we're going to do on today's show. The list is long.
If you're rapey, you're rapey. That's just how it is.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, if you're on the first floor, in case of fire, use the stairs. I found that to be hilarious. What do you think about that?
Use the stairs. Maybe there are stairs down to the basement.
Why would you? In case of fire, use the stairs. Maybe it's just a reminder. I don't know.
Maybe they want you to run upstairs.
It just cracked me up. It's I could just, the door is right there. I could just go out the door outside. But the idea that they had, but maybe it's just sort of a peripheral reminder. Maybe it's something that your mind is paying attention to that you may not necessarily be paying attention to. And we'll get to that later. Anyway, Cuomo, man. Come on, man. You legendary, dude. Why you gotta be so touchy?
Yeah, these guys.
These guys from they're up there.
Well, I think it's kind of like
dude, we rebel to this when we watched the Jersey Shore.
It's like the frog in the boiling water kind of situation where they get away with a little bit and then they just keep escalating the behavior. Do
you understand that this
sexual
is a
harassment
distraction,
works.
right? But also we should be hey, man, I'll play your fucking game.
Yeah.
I'll play your fucking game.
I'll play your fucking game. You want to go after this guy? Let's go after your president.
You take my Andrew Cuomo. I take your Mitch McConnell.
I'll take your Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, he has twice as many sexual assault allegations.
As we have said on this show many times before, this is not checkers. This is chess. Look, man, think 3 moves ahead, right? That's what they're doing. I don't know. What do you have to say about it?
Well, I think he should resign.
Resign or be prosecuted.
I mean, it's unacceptable behavior no matter who's doing it. And I think that while they're at it, somebody needs to go after Trump for the 23
You're
plus.
not hot enough?
You're not hot enough.
There you go. That's the problem. Go ahead.
I'm plenty hot.
I know. You're cooking over that. That's why she's on that side of the room. So I have a heat
No,
tolerance.
that's not why. So let's just get into this. Cuomo violated federal state laws as he sexually harassed multiple women, New York Attorney General says. So can you
Yes.
please? Thank you. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed at least 11 women and then retaliated against a former employee who complained publicly about his conduct, according to a bombshell report released Tuesday by State Attorney General Letitia James. The months-long probe concluded that Cuomo
Hot.
sexually harassed multiple women and in doing so violated federal and state law, James said at a press conference. Her office noted, however, that there were no specific penalties tied to the report.
In a 165-page report. By the way, when was the last time you read a book that was 165 pages? Well, I mean, I don't read. I'm illiterate, so I mean, I'm functional.
I don't really count pages. I read it on a
I
Kindle.
understand, like Leven sus manos. Like I get that. It means wash your hands. I file these underage for toy.
Mm-hmm.
In a 165-page report that you never read, which comprises interviews with 179 witnesses. Wow. So they fit 179 witnesses into 165 pages?
So there's like a page per witness, something like that.
A little less, actually. And reviewed tens of thousands of documents.
Oh, that's right.
Also,
Okay.
that Cuomo's office was riddled with fear and intimidation and a hostile work environment for many staffers. You know what? Look, dude, you had it. Like, you could have fucking done it, right?
Must be what they mean by poetic justice.
This isn't what you said.
What do you mean by that?
I'm with the government. I set every one of these guys up, and
When you say they had it,
back with the
you
bureau.
could have done
I'll
it.
tell you in a second.
Know that it's that whole thing was such a mistake. You and I
Because of you, a lot of people are dead. And now it's your turn.
no.
Resign or be prosecuted.
Oh, damn. By the way, if you didn't know, that is
That's from Resign or Be Prosecuted.
from, no, it's from a movie called Raw Deal.
And that was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, of course. But this is what they're doing to Cuomo.
Any way you want it.
Well, a somber...
Resign or be prosecuted.
But
Okay. Cuomo harassed members of his own staff, members of the public, and other state employees, one of whom was a state trooper on his protective detail. The report alleges he engaged in non-consensual touching, groping, kissing, and hugging, and made inappropriate comments toward numerous women, according to the report. It also concluded that the governor's denials lacked credibility and were inconsistent with the weight of the evidence gathered throughout the probe.
yeah. It's my way. It's my way.
My way or the highway.
Highway.
Hey, it looks like you were behind a rainy windshield.
I don't know what the fuck they did to it. Somebody was doing a bunch of shit. By the way, you guys, I took a fucking trip down memory lane through San Francisco. I had 5 hours with a car, and I got lost in the Presidio and the Golden Gate Park, and I drove through some old neighborhoods, and I took about 1,000 fucking pictures, which you're gonna see in a little bit. But this is one of my favorites, J Street. Also, this. By the way, you guys, I'm a fairly decent archer.
Did you do that?
Twice. Like, yeah.
And then did you drink it after?
No.
Oh, so it
Would've
was
been funny to
probably an
shot.
empty can.
Well, I mean, then I would have had to shotgun it, and then there would have
That's
been-
what I was going to ask you. Is
I
if you
did not
shotgunned.
shotgun it. I arrowed it. Yeah. So anyway. go
Anyway, a somber but defiant Cuomo strongly denied some of the allegations against him later Tuesday and said that other examples of his alleged misconduct had been mischaracterized or misinterpreted.
I'm shocked. I mean, it was a pretty good, like, the way he like pivoted on it But it's like, dude, man, all you had to do is not do the things that you did that other people didn't like, right? Like, you exist in this society where every little thing that you do is going to be criticized. So you should be aware of that. And maybe, I don't know, don't listen. Pay attention about your like behavior, right? Don't feel like when you feel comfortable enough to touch strangers. Like, I mean, I can do it. I can sort of stand off and just maybe, whatever, like, especially these days or whatever, right? But this idea that you can like walk up to a chick and be like, hey, sweetie, hey, baby.
I don't think that's what this was in most of the cases. I think he was probably acquainted with most of these women.
He felt comfortable. He felt familiar. And he was in an inscrutable position of power.
I think it's kind of a dangerous combination when you have somebody who has that kind of power and people kind of look up to you like a rock star. So you get a lot of attention.
Hey, Bill Clinton got his dick sucked.
Yep. It was consensual, though.
Understood.
And you see this sort of thing happening. You see other people getting away with it. And, he probably had some women throwing themselves at him. He has this idea that he's above it and that he can do these
stepped
things.
out of bounds. Right? Like, you stepped out of bounds. And, look, man, the sharks are circling you, Andrew Cuomo, which I feel bad about because, honestly, you shouldn't fucking throw stones when you live
in a glass house.
You fucking assholes.
Like, can you expound upon that a little bit?
Okay. You can't. There's so many more of you right-wing fucks that are doing so much more, I don't know, MDMA and fucking
Matt Gaetz.
I don't know what to say about that, except for this, right? Of course. All I have is this. Right? Like, I got you fuckers, right? Like, I've got you.
That's Gates Green and Gomer.
Yeah, they're the G unit.
Also known as the Quad.
Dude, look, they're the SKKK. That was brilliant.
Quad.
I like that. Look, man, like, this idea that you guys think you can get away with this. It's like, all right, Andrew Cuomo is barely a bishop. Bishops are good in chess, right? He holds a position of power. But I don't think you're going to replace him with somebody that likes you. But on the other hand, you got this. Where is it? You got Texas GOP official mock. Look at this, man. Like, this is what we got. We got a toucher, and you got this guy, right? We got a toucher. You're right. Look, I mean, it's obvious. Men in power are gonna touch people. Like that's what we could
do an entire segment on all of the.
But read that
read
this fucking headline.
Okay, this is unrelated, but
Texas GOP official mocked COVID for 5 days.
But now he's dead.
Oh,
bro, sometimes
apparently he wasn't listening to, like, I don't know, the fucking CDC.
And the fucking scientific community.
And, dude.
I know what I told you, but now I'm telling you we're facing a new strain. It spreads like the flu.
Impossible.
Fine. Go to the hospital, check it out yourself. Go without a mask, you'll see more clearly. You got 19 dead, you got hundreds more infected, and it's spreading like a brush fire. You got to isolate the sick, and I mean really isolate them, Billy. We got to get everybody else back into the houses. We got to keep them there. We're doing it.
Look, so the Texas GOP official mocked COVID 5 days before he died of the virus. Seems pretty dumb to us. Look, man, we're not hating on you, Texas. Not really. Right? Like,
And-
we're not hating. Okay.
We were talking earlier about dancing on graves, and actually, I can't speak for him, but I'm a bit of a grave dancer myself, and I don't particularly want to dance on this guy's grave. He's not really anyone to me, but you know what? If somebody can learn something from this story, I
You're
will dance
about
on
to.
his grave for publicity.
Look, we're gonna laugh at this asshole
In the next segment?
I don't like. I feel bad for his family. Like, I felt bad for that GOP congressman that fucking died. Like, basically, like, he was inaugurated, went to a party, and fucking died the next day, right?
Oh, and then the
Dude,
guy
like,
that
if you
was-
don't think that I have the capacity for compassion for a fucking douchebag that can't comply with what fucking other people want to do, then you don't know alliteration. I just did all
and you don't know his relationship with David Rodriguez.
that. Right.
That's for another show.
right. And we're gonna be back
in
in
the
a minute.
nighttime.
Hey, you know what? We got vaccinated. You know why?
No, what happened happened and couldn't have happened any other way. How do you know? We are still alive.
Because we don't want to be
You have a good brain. Hey, I'm Jay Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker.
This is Nothing Yet Live. We'll be back in a moment. You know?